Hello, everyone. In this video, I'm going to be walking you through how to complete the website portion of your FM 100 final projects. The video is going to go over the shell itself and how it works and how you will collaborate as a group on the website. Then I'm going to show you a sample website from students just like you who've completed this final project for inspiration and just some general design guidelines. And then I will walk you through how to work with the shell and how to go about building an actual page that's required for your final project. And so first things first, here we are, as you can see on my screen, in the FM 100 final project shell. So what is going to happen is that one of your group members is going to become the site owner, and your instructor will transfer ownership of this website shell to that group member. You'll know that you've been given ownership by an email notification, and within that email notification, there'll be a button prompting you to accept the transfer of ownership of the site. And once that happens, you will have access to this website shell. Then from there, it's up to the student website owner to add your other group members to the site as co-owners so that they have full editing privileges. And I'm going to show you how to do that from the Wix dashboard. So again, if you're here in the actual website shell, which again, I'm going to be kind of walking you through and giving you a tour of in a moment, you need to go over to this site menu tab and scroll down. And there's a couple different options for how to do this. But for today, what we're going to do is go to My Dashboard. And now this takes you into the back end of the website. So to add your group members as collaborators on the website, what you want to do is come up here to our little ... site actions button. Let's click on that. And you'll notice that if you scroll down, you have the option to add collaborators. So now from here, what you need to do is go in and enter the emails of all of your group members. And so you just add them. And if you want to assign roles, you can. I suggest that you all operate as admins or co-owners, and that will ensure that you guys all maintain full access to all aspects of the site and can equally collaborate on it. So, you just select this, and then you go ahead and enter all of your group members' emails, and you select send invite. Just like what happened when you were transferred ownership of the site, your classmates will get an email notification letting them know that they have been added to the site as a collaborator and co-owner, and then they will be able to click the link in the email and access the website to edit and design. Okay. A couple of things to note about roles and permissions within Wix itself. So the Wix editor, like you see here, allows you to have all of these different collaborators on a website. However, what you have to keep in mind is that it does not allow for simultaneous editing. This means that students in groups will not be able to edit the site at the same time. So for instance, if you're working on the site and you've got a classmate, also trying to work on the site at the same time, you're going to run into issues with the site updating, with the design, etc. So a bit of project management skills are required here. And so, there's lots of different ways that you as a group can, create an agreement amongst yourselves about how to and when you will be editing the site. So, you could develop like a group agreement or a Google form where you have, so-and-so will work on the site at this day and time, whereas, another group member, like basically calendar and schedule it out in a certain way. Again, just a way for you to work on those sort of project management and collaboration skills, but just keep that in mind. All right, so once you have gone ahead and invited as the site, owner, all of your group members, and you guys have access to the site, you're now able to edit. And so let's kind of head back here to our website shell. And so now I think it would actually benefit us to take a look at a student website that has served as the inspiration for this assignment and for what you're being asked to do. So let's just walk through what we see here and what this website is doing really well. First of all, it's beautifully organized and makes an incredible use of the images and branding of Stella McCartney to give the site itself a distinct design identity. You'll also see here that it is well organized. So we have all of these boxes here that from the homepage lead us to these different pages that are requirements of your website. So you see we can easily navigate. We've got pages and subpages. Just looks really, really good. Really clear imagery. Again, a clear design identity. The font works great. So presenting your research and all of the in-depth work you've done on this final project in a clear, organized way. And of course, also with an about page, fulfilling the requirements of the project. So you will have the link to this website, so use it as an inspiration, as a guideline, along with the video and what I'm going to be showing you in terms of making sure your final project site is distinct and is doing all the things it's supposed to do. Great. All right, so now let's go ahead and exit out of some of these tabs and we'll toggle back to our actual Wix editor and we'll get to work on our course shell. Okay, so from here, let's kind of look at how the shell is laid out. Basically, what's going to happen is you're going to use this website shell to import all of the content and the research that you have completed for your final project onto this website. And the website will act as a repository and kind of a public-facing presentation of the research that you've created. So again, the shell contains, some instructions for how to work with this shell. The website's going to illustrate this video is illustrating all of this as well. And then it just kind of gives you a basic layout, as well as 2 pages. We've gone ahead and removed all the pages from the original template and just provided you again with a shell that has 2 pages. And as you know, but we might as well walk through your final project requirements now, your website itself needs to have 5 pages. And so if you actually look here, what we've gone ahead and done is within this slideshow, if you click here and scroll to 2, we have our final project website requirements. So again, the site needs to have at least 5 pages. This homepage that you see here, which introduces the brand and the retailer that you've researched. A company profile page, which should include any current events or company initiatives since 2020, along with company financials and annual sales performance. The 3rd page needs to be a brand strategy for 2024. A style sheet page with sections that include each group member's style sheets. A supply chain page where you're supporting the style sheets with the supply chain traceability sheet. So these are all assignments that you've done throughout the semester, and this is just instructing you on where they need to live on the site. And finally, an About Us page, which should include the names of your team members, links to your LinkedIn profiles, and 3 professional personal brand words. Again, remember that this previous student website illustrates how this should look. So again, we're using the structure and the layout of this site to achieve our goals with the final project. And you'll see, again, they have all of their required pages here. And they've gone ahead, this student website for their style sheets, they created sub pages for each of them. You only need to create one style sheet page and upload your research and your style sheets onto the page. So just section it out so that it's clear whose is whose, right? So to give you an example, here we're opening a completely new page. Instead, what you all would do is this would be group member 1 section with their style sheet, group member 2 section, and group member 3. Okay. All right. So now that we've walked through kind of what the shell just looks like generally and the requirements, etc., let's actually just kind of scroll back to this slideshow here. Let's now go ahead and add a couple of pages so you know how to add in the rest. You have your home and your about page, but we need to build this out a little bit. So to get started adding pages in Wix, you can go over to our left-hand menu. This left-hand menu is where all of your design and site building tools live, and go down to the pages and menu option. And so from here, we can now add a page. So I'm going to select add a page. Let's go ahead and add in, looking at our final project requirements, let's add our company profile page. And now you'll see that Wix gives us templated options for all of our pages. So we can select from all of these different design layouts and options. You can scroll through to see, again, the different ways that you can choose to present your research, both visually and in text format. We also have some project ones here. Again, lots of great options. And you want to leverage these templates to give your site a design identity and a structure. So for my company profile, I really like this page where it pairs the image with text and also gives me this option at the top to have a blurb. So I'm going to select add page. Excellent. And so now I can just go ahead and start importing my content into this page. But as you can see, doesn't have the right name, right? We have 2 about pages. So really easy to change this here. Company profile. So I just renamed that. Done. If I wanted to change the order, I can just drag it like this. Pretty easy, but I want it to be the second one. Let's do one more just to kind of reinforce this process of adding the pages. So let's add another page. This time, let's do our brand strategy. And so for my brand strategy, that's kind of a visually heavy one. But again, it needs to be paired with my research. It needs to showcase my mood board and my color boards. So let's see what we have here with services. Okay, those look pretty good. That might give me some good options. Oh yes, I like this one here. Or I could go to projects. Also some good options here. So let's say I really like this one. So I'm going to add this page. Preparing my content. So now I want to go ahead and change this to brand strategy 2024. Done. Now, let's say that as you were building this out, you realize that you want to split up the content that's included in the brand strategy. So if we go back to our student example and we look here, they have decided to create subpages. So if we click on Spring 2024, then you'll see that they have their brand vision and their circular economy strategy and customer journey on separate pages. If this is something you want to do, let's go to here. So we have brand strategy 2024. What you would do is add a page. Again, thinking through what template works best. Let's say we like this one, basic. And again, I'm just showing you these so you get a sense of all of the different options available to you in Wix for designing and laying out your content, right? But so let's title this page. Let's say we want our circular economy strategy. But again, we want it to be a subpage nested under brand strategy. So to create a sub page, you just drag this. Remember how we reordered them by doing this? You just drag it under, and then it's a sub page. You can see it like that. Looks good. Okay. And so now, one thing we also might notice is our menu. So as you add the pages, the menu will auto-populate, and it's designed in a way here that, you know, we can't see all the pages. So if you want to be able to, you just drag. As some of you may know, Wix is a drag and drop platform. So that means that everything is customizable, can be fully edited and changed, etc. So with the menu, you'll see that with every element in Wix, you get this little floating menu that allows you to design the element. So for instance, here, if I wanted to change this, I go in, my floating menu pops up, which allows me to customize everything. It's like any type of interface you regularly interact with, whether it's you know, Google Slides, anything, Microsoft, etc. Like it's all the same thing. So let's retitle our page. So what are we doing here? Circular economy. Oops. Strategy. Great. If I wanted to change my font, I could go here and change it up. Tons of options. If I wanted to change, so, you know, let's go to, say I like that one. Fine. Oh, didn't change. Here we go. Actually, let's see here. Yeah, let's say I kind of wanted something, oh, like this. There you go. Can change the size really easy, you know, with this slider here, can change my colors, etc., etc. But let's say that you're looking at this template and you're like, I'm not a huge fan of this color palette. You know, I kind of want this to look a little different. And remember too, a requirement of the project is that you are substantially changing the look and the feel of the shell. So that means, you know, when somebody goes to look at this, it really shouldn't retain any of this branding that it comes with or this design. You need to make it your own. And that's actually really easy to do in Wix. And I'm going to show you how you can change the look and the feel of your site here. So let's actually go to, we can stay here actually. So what I did was I clicked on, as you might have noticed, the theme button in the floating menu. You can also get to your site themes by clicking on our left-hand menu, the site design button. So at the moment, our site has a theme that is being used across our site that is dictating the color scheme as well as the fonts, the look and feel, etc. So Wix has these preset themes that you can rely on if you want to change the look and feel of your website, and you can preview what it looks like here. So energetic, like that's a big change, but as you notice, the fonts changed, my background colors changed, and, you know, immediately it gives my site a different design identity. Here's another one, very dramatic change. You know, maybe this is the look and feel that you're going for. And if this seems kind of overwhelming in terms of designing the site and giving it this distinct look and feel, you can rely on the brand, the company that you've put all of this time researching. So use that company's brand identity, their look and feel, their colors, their fonts, their just general vibe, really, to lend your own website a distinct identity, right? So if we go back and we take a look again at our student site example, I think you'll see that they've, again, used the Stella McCartney brand identity to give their site a very strong visual identity, right? So again, whichever brand that you have spent this time researching and, you know, understanding, use it to give your site its visual identity. Let's kind of illustrate this a little further with some more options. Again, you see drastically different, but very quick. Ooh, that's no fun. Do not like that. Funnily enough, I think eclectic is the way that I want to go today. So excellent. I have added in some new pages, as you can see here. And again, to navigate between your pages and design them individually, you just use this page menu up here. Let's go back to our homepage and just take a look. Okay, so now we get a sense of, how different this looks. And again, if you hate this font, I actually kind of do. Remember, every element in Wix can be fully customized and changed and designed. So let's go to here, and yeah, we might be having a small little glitch or something at the moment, but that's okay. So that happens sometimes, but it'll sort itself out shortly. Let's exit out of that. We'll just leave that for now. Okay, so again, we walked through how to add your pages. So you would go about doing that. I've shown you how to change the site design to make it reflect a distinct look and feel. So now what we need to do is upload all of the assets and information that we're going to need in the media to make this final project reflect our work within the class, right? And so to do that, what we're going to do is come over to add elements. So this is basically your central hub of design within Wix, right? Everything that you would possibly want to add to your website or, adjust or change lives in here. And so to upload all of the media and, files, etc., that you're basically going to fill out this website shell with, we're going to work in our Wix Media Manager. So let's click here on Upload Images. All right. And now it's going to ask me to where I want to upload from. You can upload from Google Drive, any, social media platforms, etc. And so I'm going to select Upload from Computer. And I am working with a file. Let me find it. Here it is, my FIT final project. And so then what I would do is I would go in and basically just select everything I need. These are all of your screenshots, all of your PDFs. Again, all of the work that you've completed for the final project. Just upload it all at once, and then you're organized in terms of continuing on with the site building process. Okay, so we have uploaded all of this. It's going to take it a minute, but it'll gradually fill out and upload all of my media. If for whatever reason you feel like you don't have enough visual material, or you feel like you just need a little bit more visuals to make the site interesting, to really give it that visual appeal that we want to have, you can also draw upon the Media from Wix resource. So the Media from Wix library contains thousands of images, contains videos, illustrations, etc., all free for you to use. No issues with copyright, anything like that. You can simply go in and search for, whatever you might need. Let's see here. Let's do fashion house, for instance. See what it gives us. Okay. Interesting things here. So, lots of interesting options for content to add into our site. So again, let's say I wanted to do fashion show. Yeah, there you go. So you see lots of different options, and you just can click to add to page. So again, you can rely on this in addition to your own media, PDF files, research, Excel sheets, etc., to build out the site and to lend it visual interest. But if we now go to site files here in our Media Manager, you'll see that all of my files, my assets, my images have been uploaded. And so now I can build my site in an organized way. Awesome. Excellent. So from here, let's check and see what all we have left to do. So we've gone through this process of adding your group members. We've gone over pages, how to pick layouts that work best for you, create subpages. We've uploaded our media, staying organized with our media manager, and also relying on Wix and the free Wix images that they give us. We've talked through how to change the design of the template to match the brand identity of the company you're researching. So a couple of now things to remember as you're working within the shell itself is as you design and as you're working, you have to make sure to remove any and all traces of the original template and shell. It needs to look like a completely unique website. Again, a lot of that work will be done by relying on site design to change the kind of look and feel of your site. Again, let's just illustrate that process really quickly. There you go. So again, a completely different look and feel. And then as you can see, all of these templated pieces need to be changed. So let's kind of walk through how to change and customize this within this little section. So I'm going to go in here now and start to design out this. So if you recall in our student example, we're using these boxes as a navigation tool to move from page to page within the site. So let's go ahead and do that for ourselves here. So what I want to do is make sure that I am editing the individual element that I want to change. In this instance, it's this column that lives within this section called a strip. If you're comfortable with kind of bulk editing larger sections of the website, you can use this quick edit tool over here, and it'll let you just kind of change out and more quickly edit elements. So if I wanted to change the section background, I go here. I could upload an image or a video. Let's keep it simple and just do a color. So I'm going to do this blue here. It's very subtle, but it kind of makes it pop a little more. So I like that. I'm going to go back and I'm going to do the same for this other section. Let's say I want it to match. Again, goes to this section here. I can come here and change to my blue. I like that. I think that looks really good. And then if I wanted to make, this pop a little more, I could change the strip background. Let's do another color. See, that's pretty dramatic. Could also do a dark color. The more I look at it, the more I like the white. So I'm just going to leave that. Okay. So again, different ways to edit. Here we could do like a bulk edit type of thing where we're able to work with each element, or you can select the individual element just like this. And so now I'm going to change the column background to an image that's from my media library, my site files that I've uploaded. So I'm going to go ahead and select this image, change background. Excellent. And then remember, we're using this for navigation. So we want this to correspond to a page on our website. So let's name this one Company Profile. Company Profile. So now our text has changed and I want to kind of realign it so you can mess with the text box a bit. Let's kind of move it. We want it to be centered, for instance, just like that. Okay. And again, if you felt like this wasn't easy to read or you wanted to change the text, the design of it, to design the text, you click on our little paintbrush here. And now we go to customize design. It gives us all sorts of different options for doing that. Great. Okay. And so now, remember, we're using the boxes as navigation. So that means we need to turn them into a button. You can turn any element in Wix into a button. And how do you do that? By using this linked button here. And that allows you to then link an element to another area of the site. So you could link it to another website, a document, if you wanted people to download something. What we're going to do is link this to a page. And so now we want to go to the company profile page, and we click done. But how do we know that it worked? Let's go up. First, we're going to make sure that we save. Wix is always saving your site. It auto-saves, but it never hurts to occasionally do this just to ensure that your work does not get lost. Cool. So we're all saved here. Done. And now if I click preview, I will see what my site looks like in a live format. So it's not published, it's not live, but it's allowing me to preview what it would look like if it were. And then if I click, you see that my button connects to my company profile page. This is a good way too to kind of preview how your menu works. Throughout the process of building the site, you should check your navigation, make sure it's going to all the places you want to. Just a really convenient way to check your work and to ensure that the site design is, progressing in the way that you want it to. All right, and then to exit our preview, we just select back to editor, and it takes us here. Okay, so that was a very quick walkthrough of how to kind of begin customizing elements and designing the site, either by working within individual elements or by working with our kind of quick edit section editor, which then allows you, for instance, if we wanted to quickly change all of these images in the section. Let's go again to our site files. And let's say I want to do this one, change background. Neat. And then I want to change my text to, which page is this supposed to go to? Let's say brand strategy. Want to make sure I'm linking it to the right place, to my page. So we'll link to that one. Done. And now let's go here. Again, image. Let's say for here, I wanted something different. So let's do our other search show. So let's say I'm working with media from Wix this time instead of my media that I've sourced myself. So let's say I like this one, change background. Excellent. And now again, a little note on design, you can't see the text, right? So maybe this image isn't the best one to use. So, okay, I don't like that one. I'm going to go back to my own media, see what I can find here. Let's try this one and see if I like it. Yeah, that's great. Okay, so that one's better. And now we'll change our text again to our another page, which is brand strategy. Let's just change this to our about, or you could call it about our team, however you want to customize it. And then we link again to our about page. All right. Excellent. So building out our home page and personalizing it. Now, I'll just kind of close us out by showing you how to do this on a different page. So let's go to our company profile page. And again, remember, use the layout of the site to, I guess, give yourself some structure. Again, there's no need to really fully rewrite the wheel. We're working within the website shell to kind of allow you to present your research in the nicest looking, most accessible way. So again, also make sure that you are fully customizing every element of the site. You'll see a lot of filler text throughout these templated pages, and you want to make sure that you are customizing it, adding in your own words, adding in your research, and ensuring that the website your team creates is a fully unique website, that it doesn't look like a template. So again, to do that, if we're working within our bulk editor, we'd come in here, maybe we want to change the background, change the color up. We can try a gray type of thing, just to see how that looks. Neat. You can go to here, change this. You want to make sure you're changing your images, using those brand images, or, images from Wix, just to reinforce this point here. Let's do, Designer. Just see what it gives us. Interesting. All right, so some kind of goofy stuff, but that's fun. So let's say that we just, for instance, you like this one, or sandals. So we'll go ahead and change. And there it is, right? So again, working with the template, working with the layout of the pages to present your research and making sure that you're fully customizing everything. All right, everyone, let me check my list to make sure that we've covered everything. I think that we have. And so just to kind of give you guys some resources as you're working with Wix, if you would like more help, just in terms of how Wix functions, different ways to design and work with the interface itself, you can always, well, let's actually go here and I'll just show you our Wix Learn resources. So Wix Learn is our open access video learning platform. And for you guys working with our editor, if you rely on the Build Your Website with the Wix editor, this has a ton of videos that can help you really just master like different aspects of the editor. Again, working with layouts, designing your site with themes, and making sure that you can really build out your site in a way that makes it look professional and that presents your research in the best way. So again, Wix Learn courses are a great resource for you as you get into the process of building your website. And be sure also to refer to, again, this student example. It gives you some really good inspiration for how to build out your site itself. Okay, everyone. And again, if you need support or any of that type of thing, you can always reach out to me. My name is Melanie Lowe, and I'll make sure that your instructors have my contact information if you need more dedicated support. But I wish you the best of luck building your sites, and I hope you have fun with this very unique final project.